we are going to do a pictogram together. So if I move this pictogram out the way, now for this next part of the lesson, you are going to need some objects. So you need 20 objects. So you can use minstrels like me, or you could use pasta or Lego cubes. You could use any 20 objects. And then you also need, now I've sent you a copy of this on resource 1. So if you have a printer, you can print it off, the pictogram. But if not, don't worry. If you just draw a pictogram like I have, and it has birds, dogs and horses on. And I've also sent you the tally chart that goes with this pictogram. So if you can either print this off or have it on your device while you're watching the video, if you can, that would be brilliant. But don't worry if not, because I'm going to show you at each stage anyway. So you need your pictogram drawn, your 20 objects, and if you can, your tally chart as well. Okay, so if you pause the video now and get all of those objects. Okay, year 2, so I'm hoping that you all have your 20 objects and your pictogram. Let's start creating our pictogram from our tally chart. So let's have a look. How many how many birds first? How many birds did the boy see? Because this is a tally chart to show how many different animals a boy saw on his walk. So how many birds did he see? Well, we have got 2 finished pictograms. So we've got 5 plus 5 equals 10. And look, we've got the total 10. So we need to represent those 10 birds on our pictogram. And I'm going to have it so that one minstrel represents one animal. Okay, like last time, we had one minstrel representing one person. This time, one minstrel is going to represent one animal. Okay, so let's start together with the birds. Well, we know that there are 10 birds. So if one minstrel represents one animal, one bird, how many minstrels are we going to need to represent 10 birds? Yes, you're right, we're going to need 10. So shall we count together, adding our objects to our pictogram? Remember, we need 10. So 1, 2, add your items with me, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, oh, I'm running out of room, 10. There we go. So we have added 10 minstrels together onto our pictogram. And why have we added 10 objects? Well, because he saw 10 birds and one minstrel represents one bird. So we've got one bird, 2 birds, count with me, 3 birds, 4 birds, 5 birds, 6 birds, 7 birds, 8 birds, 9 birds, and 10 birds. Okay, let's do the dogs now. So I'm going to show you the pictogram. How many dogs did he see on his walk? Or how many tally marks have we got? We've got 2 tally marks. So therefore, we need to represent 2 dogs on our pictogram. So if you could pause the video now and have a go at representing 2 dogs on your pictogram using your objects, remembering that one object equals one animal. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, year 2, so let's have a look if you got it right. So there are 2 dogs and one object represents one dog. So therefore, we are going to need 2 objects to represent 2 dogs, because 2 multiplied by 1 equals 2. So let me add them, 1 and 2. There we go. Is that what you got? Fantastic. Well done if you did. Now I'd like you to do the next one on your own too, and then we'll come back to the video. So horses now. How many horses did the boy see on his walk? Well, we have got a completed 5 tally and then 1 tally mark on its own. So that is 6. So the total is 6. He saw 6 horses on his walk. So could you pause the video, and in bearing in mind that one object equals 1 horse, how many objects will you need to represent the 6 horses on your pictogram? Okay, year 2. Now, let's go through it together. So as I said, we have 6 horses and one item represents 1 horse. So we're going to need 6 objects to represent 6 horses, because 6 multiplied by 1 equals 6. So let me do it. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I've got my 6 minstrels representing my 6 horses, because 1 minstrel represents 1 horse, so 6 minstrels represent 6 horses. Let's count them together. Put your finger on your first object. We've got 1 horse, 2 horses, 3 horses, 4 horses, 5 horses, and 6 horses. So there we go. We have completed our pictogram. We have changed the tally chart that the boy made into a pictogram using our objects. So now it is your turn. What I'd like you to do is, either in your house or in your garden, maybe in your garden would be good if you've got one, find 4 objects. So it could be flowers, it could be toys in your garden, it could be anything in your garden, maybe birds. If you're sitting out in your garden, you can find some birds, or if you need to go on a walk to find these items, that is also fine. So you can go in your garden, in your house, or on a walk, okay? And I would like you to create a pictogram. So go on your walk or in your garden and try and spot 4 objects, okay? There could be any 4 objects. And then I'd like you to count how many of that object you see. So for example, you could have people, if you're going for a walk, people, flowers, and birds maybe, and then another object. And you need to see how many of each thing you find. And then when you get back home, create a pictogram for those objects using some objects in your house like we've done here. So the objects that you've just used for this one, you can use for your own pictogram, okay? So your only task is to go outside, find some objects, 4 objects, count how many of that object you can see, and then come back inside and create your pictogram. If you'd like to do more than 1 pictogram, that would be absolutely excellent. But as long as you create one with 4 objects that you see, that would be brilliant. And remember, 1 object represents 1 of the things in your pictogram. Okay, well, brilliant. I hope you've had fun learning all about pictograms here too, and I'm looking forward to learning even more about pictograms in our next lesson. Have a lovely rest of your day. Bye.